respell this interval. What we have written right now is an E flat, and on top of it we have B flat. So the way this is written, in order to figure out the interval, label the lower note as 1 and just use your musical alphabet to count up. So if E flat is 1 and then just go through your alphabet, the B flat is going to be a fifth above the E flat. So this is some kind of fifth. In order to figure out the quality of the fifth, you have to know the number of half steps between the notes. And in this case, you have a total of 7 half steps from E flat up to B flat. That is the recipe for a perfect fifth. And that's what we have here. So as written, this is a perfect fifth. Now, if we start to goof with the spelling, the sound can stay the same enharmonically, but the notation is going to look a lot different. So let me give an example of that. Let me erase this stuff here. Okay, so let's change the bottom note. Instead of E flat on the bottom, what if we just made it a D sharp? And harmonically, it's the same thing, right? So D sharp up to B flat. We'll leave that top note alone. What is this interval? Okay, well, it's different now. If D sharp is 1 and you use your musical alphabet to count up, the B flat is going to be a sixth now above the D sharp, okay? And so it's still 7 half steps because we enharmonically, we haven't changed the notes, but now the interval is different because of the spacing in the notation and the way it's spelled. So now what is this? Well, it's not a minor sixth, it's not a major sixth, it's a diminished sixth. Remember, a minor sixth is a total of 8 half steps. This is one smaller than that. So when you have a minor interval, you make it a half step smaller, it turns it into a diminished interval. So that's what this is. D sharp up to B flat is a diminished sixth, okay? And we can't go the other way with it. What if we goof with the top note? Leave the bottom note alone. We say, hey, let's leave the E flat alone, but let's change the B flat to an A sharp. A sharp, B flat, it's the same thing enharmonically, right? So it's going to be the same sound as a perfect fifth, but now we have a different looking interval, okay? So now if E flat is 1, use your musical alphabet to count up. The A sharp would be a fourth above the E flat. So now this is some kind of fourth, but the number of half steps, well, there's still 7 half steps between these notes. So what kind of crazy fourth is this? This has to be a doubly augmented fourth, okay? So I'll put DA for doubly augmented, right? Remember, a perfect fourth is 5 half steps, okay? An augmented fourth would be 6 half steps, and now what do we have? We have 7 half steps between these two notes. This is a doubly augmented fourth in this new kind of funky spelling, okay? So spelling matters. Hope that all makes sense, and I'll see you next time.